You are here for the most consistent Tennessee basketball and baseball channel on YouTube. That is the House of Orange. My name is Frank Rock. I'm going to cover the Ole Miss game tonight. Ole Miss comes to Knoxville 13-0, ranked 22nd in the nation. Ole Miss leaves Knoxville 13-1 in what was a resounding loss for them tonight. Can't say enough about this Tennessee team. I'll start out by saying this is an opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. But this was Tennessee's best game of the year. I don't think there's any question about it. They've had some other good games, but this team has come back from that 11-day layoff and they've come out guns a-blazing. They've taken no prisoners. So they're now on a 7-game win streak as they go into next week. So I detailed what's to come. So I'm going to recap the game. They did have a couple of key unofficial visitors for 2025 in town, and then we'll talk about what's to come for next week. Well, but let's get into it again. Tennessee 90, Ole Miss 64. This was a game in the first half that Tennessee was in control of, but I felt like they continued to shoot themselves in the foot. Credit to Ole Miss for making some plays, causing some turnovers, but that game was close because of not so much what Ole Miss was doing, I don't think, but more of what Tennessee was doing. But to end the half, I thought this was huge. Jemai Meshack, 2 big threes. And this guy, he's a defensive guy. He is the defensive guy. 2 big threes, hit one with under a minute to go. And then at the end, it got kicked to him. He had the fake and then hit it at the buzzer. Thompson Bowling, the Food City Center at Thompson Bowling erupted. And then they come out and never look back. It was game on after that. And, you're looking at the first half, Tennessee outscored Ole Miss 40-31. And then the second half, it was 50-33. So just a big, big difference there. And just want to run down the points, who produced what, and then go a little further on that. But Jonas Adu led the way tonight. 24 points, 10 rebounds. Big night for him. This is a guy who, he's not gotten enough credit. He does not get talked about enough in what he has done this year. And I haven't seen a lot of draft boards. I saw one today that had Dalton Connect at 24. That was on ESPN.com. But I've got to think Jonas Adu is starting to creep up on some boards. Maybe not. I don't know. But this he has played really well this year. He doesn't get enough credit in this program. Dalton Connect, 8 points. Zakai Ziegler, 17-10. Another good game for him tonight. Really, second half, he turned on in that second half. Vescovy had 11 tonight. Josiah Jordan James, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Awaka, 9 points, 3 boards. Justin Gainey, 3 points. And then Jemai Meshack with 10 points tonight. 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Pretty solid game for him as well. And I kind of wondered where Tennessee would go. Of course, the last game against Norfolk State, they cleared the benches that game. You saw some of the freshmen getting more run than they had previously. But now that SEC play has started, 8-man rotation to the end. And that was with the game in check. That was even with it at 90-61. Ole Miss hit a 3 late that knocked that down to 26 points. But can't say enough about what this team did tonight. They come out, they took care of business at home. This was, again, credit to Ole Miss for what they've done so far. Chris Beard has done a good job with that program, but this was a whole other animal coming to Knoxville, coming in to play the number 5 team in the nation at Thompson Bowling Arena, somewhere Tennessee doesn't lose very often. They do not lose in Thompson Bowling Arena very often. Very happy with that performance. And again, you don't know from one night to the next who it's going to be. Like tonight, it's Adu, it's Ziegler. Vescovy chips in 11. The next game, you may see Connect step back up with one of his big games. Who knows with this team? The good thing is we're seeing somebody different step up. Some of these games, it was Connect earlier in the season. It was really Connect, and who knows what you would get with him. Now you're starting to get more of a variety. And that's what this team is built for. I really think it's built as a variety. I still think when it's all said and done, when this team needs a dude to take a game over, it'll be Connect. I really do. But I think it's good to see that other guys are stepping up. Zakai Ziegler, just from where the season started to where he is now, he's back. He is back, and that's good to see at this point. Vescovi's right around that 10 again. He's inconsistent to an extent, but he's also consistent. I mean, if that makes any sense. 3 out of 8 from 3-point range tonight. One of the things I liked was Tennessee, their defense. That's what Tennessee defense or Tennessee basketball is known for. They smothered the crap out of this Ole Miss team tonight. They really did. The Ole Miss leading scorer coming in was Merle. He had 9 points tonight. 4 out of 12, 1 out of 5 from 3-point range. They held Ole Miss to 37.5% from 3-point range, 42.6 field goals. The big key stat in this game, your assists were pretty close. Your turnovers, actually, Tennessee out assisted Ole Miss 25-11, which was big. Turnovers were similar. Tennessee 10 turnovers. They forced 11. The big stat, Tennessee on the boards, 47 rebounds, Ole Miss 24. That, ladies and gentlemen, is domination. That is domination. They controlled these boards all night long. Tennessee had one guy, which was Murray, who had 8 rebounds. Other than that, or I'm sorry, Ole Miss had one guy, Murray, 8 rebounds. Other than that, they had 2 guys at 5, and the rest was under 5. That's how you win ball games in the SEC. That is called domination. That is called imposing your will as well. So where does Tennessee go moving forward? This was a good win for them. First game of SEC play. The rest of the schedule is SEC play. And I'll get into what's to come later. But wanted to hit the second part. So Tennessee did have 2 class of 2025 unofficial visitors in town tonight. They had, lost my spot here. We pull back at Tylish Jordan from Snellville, Georgia. He's a 6'9" small forward. He is ranked, according to 24/7 Sports, he's ranked 68th overall in the country. And then their other visitor was Dwayne Brown from Hoover, Alabama. He's a 6'9", 250 center. And he is ranked the 127 overall player in the 24/7 composite ranking. So starting to get these visitors into town. I was reading where Jordan actually took an official visit to Tennessee. That was back earlier in the season during football. It was back in the middle of October when Tennessee played Texas A&M. So he has been here numerous times. Seems to be somebody that is making an impression on Tennessee, or Tennessee's making an impression on him. Talked a little bit about their recruiting class for 24. We don't know where that's going to go. They've signed Bishop Boswell. That was a good pickup for Tennessee. That's their only signee for 2024. They'll obviously look to add. I think they'll probably go back to the portal again this year. Of course, you could see some late signees as well. We've seen it a couple times with Ziegler and Awaka. Not so much this past year as they hit the portal, but focus is starting to shift towards that 2025 class. And, when I get a list of kind of the top targets that they're after, I'll record a video and bring that as well. But 2 good visitors in town, and this had to make an impression on them as well tonight. So that was a good showing with 2 visitors in town. And then the last thing I've got for you tonight, we get into this week. First 2 road games of the SEC schedule. Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Tennessee's at Mississippi State, and then next Saturday at noon, they play Georgia. So that'll be their first test of the year. No, Mississippi State today went on the road and lost at South Carolina. I haven't seen Georgia score as of yet, but anytime you go on the road in the SEC, you got to bring it. It's not easy. So Tennessee will have to bring it both nights. It doesn't matter if you go to a team that hasn't won a game in a conference. It's an SEC road game. You're going to have to bring your best on that night. But again, Tennessee, a resounding win. Took care of business, imposed their will. A good start to SEC play. And this team is playing good basketball, 7 in a row right now. And especially since they've come out of that 11-game layoff, they're playing arguably their best ball of the season. Do they maintain it? How consistent will they be? How does it go later on? Is there a slump going to happen? If it's going to happen, honestly, I'd rather go ahead and get it out of the way in January or February, opposed to March. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please, if If you like this video, like it, then share it out, subscribe to the channel. That way you can get any notifications. I'm not sure what I'm going to, I haven't decided which route I'm going to go on bringing stuff. Probably bring something tomorrow. Of course, basketball's in full swing. Baseball's ramping up here just a little over a month. And there's always going to be football news as well out there. But thank you guys again. My name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange. You guys take care. Have a good evening and go Vols.
Everyone rejects me, even in